that subscribe button for the latest in boxing. So we have about 2 to 5 hours, well, maybe more like 3 to 5 hours until Tyson Fury faces Francesco Pianeta today. I am going to let you guys know my final thoughts on this fight. First of all, this fight between Tyson Fury and Mr. Pianeta is definitely a step up in terms of his last opponent, because this is his second fight, his second comeback fight, right? The second comeback fight. The first comeback fight was really basically a really big mismatch. You know, it was a guy who was like 5'6", who, you know, was a cruiserweight, but really looked like he was a middleweight, going up to heavyweight to face Tyson Fury. So that was a massive mismatch in terms of, you know, height, in terms of, you know, weight. Tyson Fury just looks like he was 4 weight divisions bigger than that guy. When it comes to Pianeta, Pianeta is actually a heavyweight, right? This is a guy who's actually a heavyweight, and he's a big guy. I mean, he looks short compared to Tyson Fury, but, you know, mind you, Tyson Fury is almost 7 feet tall. This Francesco guy is listed at 6'5", so he's a decent sized heavyweight. So that's one thing I will say. He's definitely a step up than Fury's last opponent. And this guy actually fought guys that I know of. You know, Francesco Pianeta fought Vladimir Klitschko. He also fought Kevin Johnson. So this is a guy who's actually fought guys that we know of. He's not just some guy that, you know, Tyson Fury picked out of obscurity and nobody ever heard of him. Like when I never heard of Surfer. I never heard of this guy. And when I looked at his resume, you know, I didn't recognize a single guy in his resume. So I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, this is going to be easy work. But that's not the case with this Francesco guy. He is a known heavyweight. At least I know who he is. At least he's actually a heavyweight. So I fully expect Francesco Pianeta to be more resistant. You know, give Tyson Fury more of a challenge than his last fight. I expect him to actually try and, you know, win this fight against Tyson Fury. You know, because even that Surfer guy that I never heard of, he was too small, but he was trying to, you know, he tried at least. He tried. And the funny part about that was he managed to land on Fury, even when, you know, he was horrible with his technique, but he actually tried sometimes. I expect Pianeta to be more, like I said, willing to trade with Tyson Fury, but I also expect to see a better Fury. So I do think this is going to be a better challenge for Fury. But like I said, this is what I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to seeing how Tyson Fury is, because, you know, he's much lighter now. You know, just look at how he looks in this picture. You see how he looks in this picture compared to when he fought Surfer. Like when he fought Surfer, he had a gut. Like his gut was just hanging from his belly. I remember I said, like, his gut, I said in the post fight of that fight, I was like, yo, this guy has a gut hanging from his belly. But look at him in this picture. He doesn't have a gut anymore, right? He doesn't look like he has flab. You know, he still maybe he needs to lose maybe 10 to 15 pounds more, but it's not like before. Before it looked like he had to lose 35, 40 pounds, but he's definitely been working on his conditioning because he's lighter. So because he's lighter, I do expect him to be sharper. I do expect him to be faster on his feet. And I expect to see a better version of Tyson Fury. You know, I don't expect to see a worse version because, like I said, he hasn't gained weight. You know, he's lost weight. He looks a lot visibly slimmer. So I expect to see a better version of him against Pianeta. And I expect Pianeta to be more resilient than Surfer. Even though I think Tyson Fury should easily beat Francesco Pianeta, because I think Tyson Fury is in a higher level than Pianeta. So even though I think he should easily beat him, I do think that Pianeta is a step up from Surfer. So I expect a better challenge, basically. This fight right here is going to determine whether I think Tyson Fury is ready for Deontay Wilder. Because, like I said, my biggest thing, if Tyson Fury if I saw Tyson Fury in there with like top 10 heavyweights, let's say he fought Jarrell Miller, or let's just say, I don't know, Joe Joyce, or even Derek Chisora, and let's say he beat them, right, and like dominated them, then I would be able to assess how I feel his chances are with Deontay Wilder better. But I don't know where he's at right now. I don't know how, if Tyson Fury is fully back. I know that he has the talent. They're off for such a long period of time. These things affect the fighter. When you have to gain and lose a lot of weight, these things affect the fighter. So this is why I really wanted to see him before he ever fought Anthony Joshua and before he ever fought Deontay Wilder. I wanted to see Tyson Fury in there with a guy who's like at least top 10, top 15 at heavyweight, and see how he performed against that guy. Because if I see that, based off of what my eyes tell me, based on how he looks against that type of level of heavyweight, it's going to help me, determine how I see his chances are against the likes of Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder, because I could see if he still got it or if he still doesn't. Let's say, let's say he went in there and dominated somebody like, I don't know, Jarrell Miller or Dillian White. And let's say he dominated them and he looked like the, version of Tyson Fury that we're used to seeing. Then I would be more confident in Tyson Fury being able to outbox and beat Joshua than Wilder than I currently am right now. But this is why it's hard for me to give Tyson Fury a chance against someone like Wilder or Joshua at this current moment, because I don't know where he's at. I want to see him. This is why I wanted to see him first before he ever got in the ring with Wilder or Joshua. I wanted to see him fight at least a top 15, top 10 heavyweight to see where he's at. Because I don't know where he's at. And even against this fight, even if he looks really good in this fight, and let's say he looks flawless and he is dominating Francesco Pianeta, that's still not going to be enough for me to know exactly where Tyson Fury is at, because Francesco Pianeta is not great heavyweight. He's like a top 50, top 80 heavyweight at best. So this is why I would have liked it if he would have gotten the opportunity to fight, these other more challenging, more higher level, higher skilled heavyweights, just so I could see where he's at. But my prediction of this fight, I fully expect Tyson Fury to win against Francesco Pianeta. I fully expect him to dominate him. I fully expect him to look lighter. I expect him to look faster with his reflexes. I expect him to look quicker. I expect him to be throwing I expect him to throw uppercuts, because Francesco Pianeta is a short heavyweight and he comes forward. So I expect him to throw uppercuts and land and catch him with clean uppercuts. Because Tyson Fury in his comeback fight, he threw a lot of uppercuts. So I expect to see more of that. I expect him to throw body shots. I hope that Pianeta actually puts on the pressure, because I want to see what happens when Fury's under pressure. So I hope that he actually doesn't just go here for a payday. I hope he actually tries to win the fight. And like I said, I expect him to have more, to show a lot more, determination and willingness to, and actually try and win the fight against Tyson Fury, unlike Surfer, because he's actually a legit heavyweight and he's been in there with better quality opposition. So I expect to see a more of a challenge coming from someone like Pianeta than someone like Surfer did. And like I said, I really want him to be aggressive towards Tyson Fury, just because I want to see how Tyson Fury handles pressure when a fighter is being aggressive against him, because I want to see if he still has the reflexes, if he still has the timing, the uppercuts. I want to see if he's still able to deal with at least this version of Tyson Fury, the fighter being aggressive. I actually hope that this fight goes rounds. I want this fight to go rounds for Tyson Fury's sake, because if it goes rounds, it's going to give him, it's going to take more ring rust off. If you go in there and you knock a guy out in the first 30 seconds of round one, that's going to, you're not going to take ring rust off. You're not going to gain experience. So I hope that this fight goes like a couple of rounds. Even if it went 12 rounds, that would be good, because that would give Tyson, it'll help take the ring rust off Tyson Fury. So I actually think that's a good thing if it goes. I wouldn't be angry if it went the distance, just because it'll benefit Tyson Fury. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this fight. I'm gonna watch it. again, a couple hours from now, we're gonna watch it, and yeah, stay tuned for my post-fight video, guys, and hopefully this turns out to be a decent fight. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.